Howdy folks, I'm Jeremy with Badger State Adventures.
I'm Matt Ross with Muskie Operations.
And today what we're going to do is bring you a video of a product review. Hopefully this is the first of many videos that we get to bring to you guys. And we're going to feature a small company out of Crandon, Wisconsin. The company is called BMJHookers.com. Check them out there on the Facebook page. Check them out on their website. And we'll put a link up on our website, BadgerStateAdventures.com. Matt has one of these. He's going to kind of run down a little bit about this for you guys.
I have a couple of these. We were gracious enough to receive a couple of these from Bruce over there at BMJ Hookers for us to try out. And, basically all we're going to do is do a little product review here. I'll tell you what I think of them, how they work, the benefits. I guess first, the benefits of these is it's kind of like a tip up for panfish almost. If you've done any tip up fishing, if you're trying to target panfish, you can't really utilize them properly just because panfish are so finicky. You get the tension from the tip up and they'll drop the bait. They basically hook the fish for you, and then you obviously have to hustle over and reel the fish in. But they're self-hooking. They are relatively inexpensive compared to other products like this on the market, and really they're pretty compact. All you need is your own rod, and you could stack probably 15 of these in a bucket if you wanted to. But here's the basic layout of these things. You get the headboard itself. I'm gonna unhook this here. You get the headboard itself. It's got a hole in it here for the rod, the butt of your rod. One thing that I found you need to make sure is you got a rod with a long enough butt on it, because otherwise your reel is going to be kind of hitting this board here. So you get a long enough butt to get that reel out of there, and then it's not being interfered with this basically a spring system. It's a retractable cord. Basically, you take this thing. It's got an L-shaped hook that screws into the end of this thing. You unscrew it. It has a hole right in the center of the board. You put this next to your hole. You're going to put that screw right through that center hole and into the ice, and it's going to anchor that thing there. So that if you do, say you're 30 yards away from this thing and you got to get to it, it's not being pulled into the hole or sliding all over the place by the fish.
It anchors it down pretty good.
Yep. One thing you're going to want to do too is probably clear the snow away from your hole, because obviously if you're screwing in the snow, it's not going to do you any good.
Right.
You take your rod, put it in that hole in the board. You're going to want to find your depth, obviously. You can set it at any range of depths you want. It really doesn't matter. But you set your depth. You pull out this tension cord here. I usually pull it out just past the end of the board there. Pull your rod tip down, and there's two hooks on this thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's two ends to it. One end, you'll see it when you pull it out. It kind of sets up to load the end of your rod. The other one is just kind of a cradle to it. Matt will explain why they're different like that.
I'm going to show you this trigger system and how to adjust this. It really is pretty simple. It's a two-hook system, basically. This first hook here, off this wire lead, goes into your rod tip. That's what keeps your rod loaded. This loop at the end here is what your line gets looped over. That fish pulls that line down through that loop and basically sets the rod off. So, with that being said, you do want to play with these a little bit once you get them. To set that sensitivity just right, too loose, you're going to have problems, whether it be the wind or light bites. I like to set them probably mediocre. You don't want to set them too tight either, because then they don't really go off either. But all you need is a pliers. This hook here, you want that sensitivity to go down. To be really sensitive, you just basically bend this hook out, this way. If you want it to tighten up and be less sensitive, you're just going to curl that, and I'm not going to bend it because I've got these set the way I want it, but you're just going to bend it back and make more of a hook in that system there. So that's essentially it. Once you get it set right the way you want it, these things really do work quite efficiently. So, all right, here I've already got one loaded. You can see my rod's bent over, loaded up. take the end of that line. I like to keep my buoy up here kind of high. Take the end of that line over that end hook. And that's it right there. You're just going to let it sit. Fish comes along, grabs your bait, starts pulling this down. And I think I loosened it up a little too much, but you can see that buoy rising. Once it gets up high enough, bang, there it goes. And then your fish is hooked. Then it's just a matter of running over there and reeling it in. It's really slick. You can set these things and leave them. Go jig or hole hop, whatever you want to do, and set these up, and they work really well.
What's nice about it is when you know and you have everything set up, it automatically sets that for you. So you got a high percentage of getting a good hook set on those fish. You know, those crappies are coming in, and then you can adjust it for being light. Sometimes those crappies don't like like that tension. That's why tip down's pretty popular. But this could totally replace that, with an automatic, sets that in the
Yep. And the thing that's nice about these over a tip down is they're pretty compact.
Yeah.
These rods, for instance, I pack these rods up. I throw them in my rod bag. I can throw 5, 6, 7 rods, whatever, in there, and then these things you can just store in a bucket. Whereas tip downs, you got a lot of extra pieces, a lot of those, round reel rods. They take up a lot of space.
You got to get the setup just right. But this is pretty convenient, and you can take the rod, to the next hole and and utilize it that way, and just leave the headboard there. But you got the anchor system, pretty easy, compact. The price is great on them. They're made right here in Wisconsin, which of course is what we love.
Yep.
We certainly appreciate Bruce allowing us to feature these, and we're hoping to get a video out on them. But we got to wait for the the fishing to pick up a little bit here. So another product that he's coming out with, we just got our hands on it and haven't had a chance to try it very much, are these sidekicks. The sidekick essentially is the same product, but allows you to utilize, your own personal rod holder, and and look how small this is. Comes with a little carrying case in the back, instructions, of course, but it's essentially the same concept as this right here, which is pretty nice. I guess if you have any questions or anything, feel free to get a hold of us here at Badger State Adventures, or Matt Ross at Muskie Operations, or get a hold of Bruce even. Again, we're going to put a link to his website from our website, BadgerStateAdventures.com. Appreciate you checking us out.
Good luck fishing.
Send us pictures,
please. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Skibidi, skibidi.
No. Figaro.
All right, Jake, quiet on the set. Cars, quiet on the set. Thank you.
Stop!
Maybe we should just put recording, like a red light out there. That'd be kind of fun. It's going to be the first of hopefully many videos that we're going to be bringing to you guys in the futures. Futures?
In the future.
In the future. One future.
One
in
future.
the one future. Unless you're not from around here.